Cam, get in the robot.
No.
Get in the robot, Cam.
No.
If you don't get in the robot, your brother's gonna have to pilot it again.
Well, fuck him, I guess. Hi.
Welcome.
Hey, it's us.
The two of us. Both of us.
Yep. Guess who rewatched Evangelion recently?
That would be me.
Guess who's never seen it before?
That would be you. I don't know why you're drinking water when we're doing our starting bit. That seems like a really poorly timed choice.
Because normally, that a sip of water is not supposed to take that long. But then you start ribbing me.
You know how hilarious and funny I am, especially when we get into a bit. You can't take these kinds of risks.
I thought the bit was secured.
Mr. President, we've secured the bit. Another plane has hit the bit.
Oh my god.
34 counts of bit.
Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, that was today.
We don't have to bring that into it.
No, that's gonna be everywhere else. Enough. No, I did not spit take on my microphone, but if you do make me spit take on my microphone, you're paying for a new one. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Welcome to Heaven Will Be Mine, the thing that we're actually here for.
I will be talking about Evangelion, though, because there's some comparisons to be made.
That's relevant.
Yes. Dead air.
Lost my train of thought.
Choo-choo.
Oh,
Oh.
It's not showing.
That's not helpful.
No. In 30 minutes and exactly 30 seconds, we're gonna have to go change a load in the washing machine because we forgot to do it earlier.
Yeah. Devastating.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to take a random break no matter where we are in the game, just because we kind of need to get that, through the machines before we go
Timing
to bed.
reasons.
Oops.
Hi, Corencio.
Hi, Corencio.
Did you miss our sick intro?
It'll be
on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube.
Forever and ever.
Dinner.
Food.
Yeah, food. Yeah, sustenance. Yeah, nourishment.
Nutrients.
I'm gonna have some water now.
Okay, I won't say anything.
I don't trust you. No, I don't trust you.
I'm not gonna say anything. Is the prolonged eye contact not helping? Sorry. The sip has been secured.
I just won't be able to drink water today. It just won't happen, I guess. Hi everyone. For the third time.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Hello.
I feel like I had other things to talk about in the preamble.
Community news?
There's, to the best of my knowledge, it's been pretty chill, pretty quiet. Speaking of Homestuck Beyond Canon, which is no longer called Squared, you...
Oh yeah, that's right.
are interested in Carcat's massive tits?
Well, I saw that quote out of context and it hit me like a 5-ton truck. because I've been thinking about Karkat's massive tits since I was 15, and to see it acknowledged like that in beyond canon is just wild to me.
Well, I mean, those writers, like, they're doing some great shit.
They've been in the trenches for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of them have a lot of history. A lot of them have done a lot, and they're just doing fantastic things with. Hello?
I was just trying to look at the...
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll move. I need to move where chat is on the desk because Katzen had leaned their entire head in between me and the microphone to look at the screen, and I was like, hello?
Yeah.
Can I?
Let me just breathe into the mic real quick.
Yeah, you would, and you have. On purpose, many times.
I'm just a scamp like that. A scamp and a scoundrel. Let's look at some girls and robots.
Yeah. We have... It looks like we did mail in alerts, but we have comms still to do.
Uh-huh.
So that will start there. Hold on.
Can we get a recap last time on Heaven Will Be Mine?
The game capture wasn't on the whole time, but now it is, so it'll load up the next time okay, yeah, those are on the right side, because I was like, yeah, I was checking something else, and then I realized the game capture was off. That was, because of Gender Rect, because we had some technical things with Gender Rect, I had to set up the game capture a little differently. Hello,
Joan.
Hello, Joan. Welcome. Yeah, Gender Rect. That was a really, really, really good game.
I'll watch the VOD.
You can watch the VOD or just play it. Either one it's good. It's real good. I feel like every time I have a profound thought, it's like, wow, I have occurred, and then it just like disintegrates into ash and flies away in the wind.
Pachoo.
Yeah.
Video or die. You either video or you die. Skate or die, man. You either skate or you die. It was an eyelash.
My face is itchy now.
Wow, it went away.
Okay.
Audio medium.
Yeah. Audio quality.
Audio killed the video star.
Oh, right, because we did 400 millimeter. So we do comms, and then we have Rift in the Earth.
La 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 la. So I have to ask, how do you really feel about me coming back to Memorial Foundation?
You were a loyal and efficient ace pilot for Memorial Foundation for the entire Cold War against our alien and ultimately irrelevant existential threat from beyond the system. Then you were perfectly loyal to the pilots left adrift by the decommissioning of the pilot program and the colonization project. Now you're perfectly loyal to Memorial Foundation again. You haven't betrayed our side at all.
That's a generous reading.
You've betrayed plenty of love-struck pilots, but your political loyalty is impeccable. So even if Halamede doesn't...
Halamede. It's Halamede.
It's Halamede?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm committing this to memory right fucking now, and then it...
Halamede.
Fuck, man.
I did rewatch that part of the previous stream.
Okay.
Hallie mentioned.
So even if Halamede doesn't trust or forgive you, I welcome your return.
That's not going to be a problem? That she doesn't?
Oh, she welcomes your return the most, but keep on your toes.
That one I don't have any questions about. Keep your friends close and your exes closer. Except, if you're not still suspicious of me for betraying Memorial Foundation, how about her?
Oh, that I'll be mad at both of you about for a very long time. Please don't worry about it, however, as you've both made each other suffer more than enough to make up for your youthful indiscretions. Honestly, the two of you hooking up to somehow get at me was the most hilarious part, as you ended up punishing each other more than I ever could have.
Can we talk politics again?
We read this conversation already. Let's just finish it, though, because it's been a while.
I think I get the picture already. Did we?
Yeah, that specific part is, like, I remember reading that already.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this at all, so...
That's not to say that the two of you don't still have a lot of lessons left to learn from the experience. Once I'm sure you've learned them, your punishment will be over.
I'm suddenly very interested in hearing about factions again.
On that note, I'm not as worried. Just remain true to what you really believe in, Luna-Terra.
Intriguing. Con's always refresh.
Okay. Rift in the Earth. After her maiden voyage, Cradle's Graces is testing the finishing touches on the terrifying Krun Macula prototype. It's a chance for Luna-Terra to defeat their trump card, but will she close the rift between them instead, or only widen it deeper?
Bom, 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 bom. Let's get launching. Yeah. Will I be Europa this time? I don't know what.
You're Luna-Terra.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, how's the audio balancing? Because it's still way down from Gender Wrecked, and I know that it's been kind of an issue with Heaven Will Be Mine before. But I don't think I've ever turned it down quite so quiet. Where's my... Oh yeah, my volume's up at 18. I think I can turn this up a little. If it's really quiet for you folks. But we can at least keep reading if it's too quiet. If it's too loud, that's more of a problem. Luna-Terra, cancel the launch. There are new orders.
Really? I thought they were very insistent about this mission, and it's a good idea, so I thought I'd do it.
Quieter than usual, but it's good. Okay. The new orders are, Cradle's Grace's superweapon has contacted the base already. Send anyone except for Luna-Terra there immediately.
Ah, I see. Well, prep the Mericrysium for launch.
Luna-Terra, even I have to say something if you disobey an order right to my face.
But you don't disagree? Or you just stop me instead of saying something?
Now let me setting out a panicked counter order like, abort, do not let Luna-Terra meet up with her ex. Fuck. Oh, hello, Cybernetic Sisters. A certain degree of questioning orders from the top is allowed.
Given who's in charge, obviously. Halamede is just a foolish princess. If Cradle's Graces is using that new weapon, that's all the more reason not to send randos who wouldn't stand a chance against it.
You fundamentally misunderstand Memorial Foundation, Luna-Terra. Halamede leads the recovery effort because no one else is fit. Only that naive, conceited, foolish girl has the love required to bring humanity back to Earth. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Naive, one-sided, and unself-aware love.
Nevertheless, that is exactly the love that is required. It's for us to interpret that fundamental impulse in a way that will ensure strategic advantage, so I will ask you, does love motivate your actions? Or are you just that eager to find someone to shatter you into orbit? Your connection with that pilot, and don't think I don't know about it, or who she is. Which is it? Guilt or love? Will
you let me go if I say I need to see Will you let me go if I say I need to see her to know?
I would advise against it. Her love might be stronger than ours.
That's possible.
All the more reason you shouldn't get near it.
Well, let me take that risk.
The notebook.
The notebook.
Because I'm pretty sure we're doing Memorial Foundation. Cradles, Graces. What's my... Oh, right. Yeah. We're doing the... No, this is the... Luna-Terra and Pluto, Cradles, Graces... option. Yes.
So fight until we forgive each other.
Yes. My brain is absent. Thankful for Cradles, Graces, but we're not going back.
The balance shifts because Luna-Terra hesitated and Pluto did too. Pluto passed over the Ares canyons once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Luna-Terra had a chance to make the first move, but Pluto couldn't keep pretending she didn't notice her lying in wait. It wasn't that Luna-Terra was ready to take the shot, it's that she still hadn't decided to take it or not. Pluto had been waiting for her to grow up for a long time. She's tired of being the one waiting. There's no time for elegant duels or anticlimactic sniping. When Crunmacula crashes into the canyon, it's the worst kind of fight. Crunmacula's fingers will no longer open or close, but she swipes with the useless limb anyway. The ring finger of Pluto's ship self twists off, breaking with the force of backhanding Merecrisium into the canyon wall, which scrambles to its feet and then falls down immediately. Luna-Terra's balance gyros must be broken, but that's not so bad. At least she still has 2 legs, unlike the Crunmacula.
Luna T, you really are the most stubborn woman I know. I'm proud of you, but that you're only this tenacious when I'm finally being serious is a little vexing, you know.
I mean, I've kept going this long, it has to count for something, right?
I don't want to wreck you. I just really need you to win or lose. Could you do that, please?
Both of those are hard to do.
Then you've got 5 minutes to grow up. Pluto's reach is longer than expected. Little tricks of gravity. It might not be enough. The Merecrisium was made to not be caught. More precisely, Luna-Terra made the Merecrisium something that couldn't be caught. No, don't you dare! Her fingers refuse to close, and the Merecrisium slips away.
Ha! Sorry, I'm such a cockroach.
Don't be. Slipping away is so like you. I don't know what else to expect. Luna T, I really, really can't let you get away. Not without an answer.
I'm not going to do that.
What are you trying to do then?
We promised we'd fight until one of us won. And then we'd go along with whatever the other decided.
So why are you trying to take that away from me?
Luna-Terra holds Crunmacula's severed left tidal reactor. Pluto can go without it, but not for long. It's what makes the Crunmacula so impossible, and without it, she can't be impossible for very long.
That core is everything I have. But the rest of me isn't going to last long without it, so it might as well be everything. If I don't have that, I can't follow you, win or lose.
I really don't think it's good for you. The Crunmacula makes a leap and crashes into the ground, just short of the Merecrisium. It's just close enough Luna-Terra nearly forgets to take the opportunity to get a shot in Crunmacula's chest before she can recover to block it.
You're going to lecture me about doing what's healthy? You've got a lot of nerve. It's not cute.
If we had to fight each other like this, I really wish it didn't have to be with you in that thing.
You don't like it, huh? You've always been like this. You're trying to tell me what's good for me? You don't want to admit this is really me? Lunati, I would listen to you if you had ever listened to me. Ugh. I would listen to you if you had ever listened to me once ever. Luna-T, I would listen to you if you had ever listened to me once ever.
I told you, I haven't gotten any better in the time we've been apart. I don't want you to not be strong or beautiful or amazing. I just don't want you to be holding this weight of Cradle's graces, everyone's hopes and dreams, all by yourself. So please just rest for now.
Don't tell me that. I hate this. You never listen, and you know I'll always let you win in the end. But not this time.
I don't know what you mean.
I've been really patient. So if you keep playing dumb, you're gonna make me mad.
I said I don't know what you mean. I don't want anything else. I'm a cockroach. I don't need anything myself.
Liar. Are you trying to make me mad?
Be satisfied with it. I don't have any other answer. If I had one, I'd give it, so drop it.
I'm not satisfied. No. You grow up and you be the adult for once. Get back here!
Chronmacula's feet are still broken, but Pluto moves her with gravity alone. Merecrisium's engine's flare navi is broken. Everything is broken, but it will move.
No, not this time. Chronmacula's tidal reactors are falling apart with one of them nearly torn out, and yet she still moves. The pressure of the unrestricted gravity peels the paint off Merecrisium. Her steels and plastics are chattering. Her remaining useless arm snaps, and her engine wings creak. That pressure is not enough to bring her down, but it's enough for her to falter, and Chronmacula grabs her foot and slams her into the ground. Merecrisium creaks and strains, trying to flee, so Pluto pulls the rest of herself on top of her.
Pluto, I'm serious.
You're not the only one. I have things I'm willing to be hard and cruel for now, too.
Merecrisium fires a sidearm. It doesn't dent Pluto. Pluto opens her hand. The fingers don't work, but the plasma still does, which flays Luna-Terra's chassis, but gently. Oh,
Audio.
we're
gonna
up the audio.
Bonk.
Which flays Luna-Terra's chassis, but gently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love to be gently flayed in the chassis.
Audio's up now, so let me know if I put it up too much. I'm really serious this time. I can't stop for a second, so I really need it back. It's already been too long, so give me back that part of me.
Merecrisium opens her left hand. Pluto's missing reactor is still beating wildly.
Sorry to be like this, but this ship self and what it can do are more important to me than anything else about me.
More important than me.
Sorry to be like this, but this ship self and what it can do are more important than me, than anything else about me.
Nothing is more important than you.
A gentle click. Luna-Terra's sidearm pointed at the stolen reactor. Fires. The solid light slug misses, just barely. There's a second shot, but it's buried in Pluto's blocking hand, and there's a third shot, but Pluto's ripped off arm of the Merecrisium.
The arm of Mare.
But ripped off the... Yes, but there's a third shot, but Pluto's ripped off the arm of Merecrisium, so it's just the last reflex of a limb separated from its owner. But that's all that the broken arm of Chronmacula can take. Its fingers make a last twitch before her arm finally snaps under its own weight, and the Chronmacula falls to what's left of its knees. How long are you going to make me put up with this?
What do you mean? You don't want to fight with me. Not a fight for real. Your heart isn't in it, so let's not.
No. That's the only thing I want. Why are you like this? acting like you know what I want better than I do. So what if you're right? Of course I don't want to fight you. Damn it, I hate you. After all that, I'm the one who's crying in the end again. The last time it was like this, I was the one crying then too. Now I'm powerful like you, have something I'm fighting for like you that's not you or anyone but me. So let me fight for that. Stop protecting me. Stop making me fight for you. Stop making me fight for you. It's so easy to fight for you. If I'm not careful, it's all I'll ever want to do.
I'm sorry.
Don't want to sorry. You must think it's so easy to not care about you. But it's not.
A bit back down.
No.
Oh, hi, Leku.
What?
This is an intense fight to join in the middle of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, though.
Mm-hmm. It's easy for you to not care about you, but it's the hardest thing for me. Ugh, I'm still the one who ended up crying again. You wouldn't listen back then either.
Meracrisium rises, gently brushes away the burnt portions of Crunmacula's armor. The joints are already starting to heal as gravity pulls them back. Almost just as good as new, but a little changed. I know you.
Don't distract yourself, dummy. Reattaching arms is hard, so do mine right at least.
It was the same last time, too. I said you deserve better.
I said, but you are better.
I just ignored it because I'm stupid. Not because I'm cool.
Thank God. Everything is worth it. If you finally don't think you're cool anymore. Cheeky.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one more time. September 12, 1963. That's when the first and last artificial colony of the native sphere was completed in a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange Point 5. As the front line against existential threats, a training facility for a new generation of humans adapted to fight in space. As a colony environment with the life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born. With the hope that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses in space. A ship self-defarious through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous of the humans that Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation's Existential Expansion. Going a little fast because we've read these a bunch of times already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I still like, without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else.
Everting.
Ooh.
July 29, 1958. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority in the spirit of unified human peace and the verified presence of an existential threat outside of the solar system to establish a cultural, military, and scientific response to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth, a growing native sphere where our gravity reigns forever. Safety, research, and expansion, the three pillars of Memorial Foundation's space branch will protect Earth from without, as it has from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint, and join hands, all of Earth finally unified. For Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven would fulfill both our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error is the intrinsic error of Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into a convenient manifestation. As it has always been, only humans can fulfill the criteria to be alien. Europa, Chief Officer, Memorial Foundation, Existential Safety.
As it has always been, only humans can fulfill the criteria to be alien. January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was a green, wet, very peaceful place. And now it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. It's where we did a lot of legitimately incredible things, like create sustainable tidal reactors, new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for space exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation's surface considers that a failure, but in truth, they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans can chart out what is true. They can invent with human effort what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we just have to make one. But of course, it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are human, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable because we cannot imagine outside of those terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Ha ha ha. Iapetus, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation, Existential Research. Bonk.
I want to talk about Evangelion a little bit. Oh, but first we have to go switch the laundry.
It's laundry time, baby.
Bogo's Binted?
Bogo's Binted? We have to go change the load in the laundry machine. So, we'll be right back. Hi.
We're back from laundry time.
We're back from laundry time.
Do you want
Um,
Do you want to put the message away?
Oh.
And then I'll talk about Ava.
Right, we're having an Evangelion intermission with Katzen.
Yeah. Well, it sucks that we took a break because I had a thought that was related to what we were just talking about, and now I don't remember what it was. But I think it was just when I recently rewatched all of Evangelion, and while I was watching it, like, I was thinking about Heaven Will Be Mine, because it is clearly an inspirational source text, because, you know, you've got people fighting and robots.
And it's kind of sexual.
And so clearly, like, I know that the, I'm not going to remember their name, B? The creator of this?
I think
something B?
something...
Haley B? Is that what it is?
Oh, no, it's not Haley B.
Well, the creator of Heaven Will Be Mine, and...
AVB?
AVB, that sounds right. I know that, they take inspiration from various sources. I know that, like, Sailor Moon is an inspiration. I think that's more specifically, We Know the Devil. But this one, clearly takes a bit from, Evangelion. And with, like, this is going to be difficult because you haven't watched Evangelion, so I'm going to try not to, like, spoil anything.
Mm-hmm. And Gundam, yeah. Although neither of us are super familiar with Gundam.
Yeah, I don't know much about
robots.
Gundam other than it's robots.
It's robots, and people love to make those little robot kits.
Yes. Well, because I think with Gundam, my understanding, which is limited, is that, like, Gundam is more Luna-Terra's jam, where it's a big machine that you are operating. Whereas in Evangelion, there's a little bit more of a connection that you have with the thing that you're piloting. It's not purely mechanical. There's, like, here, this isn't really spoilers. There's, like, the pilots have to do, like, tests, and there's I'm thinking of it as resonance rate. I don't think that's what they call it, but now I'm thinking about Soul Eater because there's a certain amount of like resonance. There's measurable levels of like connection to the machine. Not anybody can be a pilot. It takes a special kind of person. And they have to be a 14-year-old or whatever. So putting children in war machines, I feel like that's a theme. The mecha spectrum from this is a big machine versus this is an alien monster versus this is you but bigger. Yeah. I like that as a complication. The homosexual tension is also core to Gundam. You could also argue that it's President Evangelion, but I will save my talk about Shinji and Kaworu for later.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure many people would agree with you.
Anyway, yeah, I when I was rewatching it, I was like, I can't wait till Kaworu shows up. And then he shows up, does his whole thing, and it's one episode at the end. And I'm like, I waited the whole series for my boy, and he shows up for one episode, and then he goes away again. But anyway, when we said gender, I thought you were going to talk about Shinji. Interesting. Because I didn't get gender from Shinji.
I've seen some things about transgenderism.
Interesting, because that wasn't my takeaway at all from Shinji. That I was thinking more about like.
Well, I mean, that was also never my read on John Egbert, but
you know what? Yeah, that's you know what? That's fair. Some people have different perspectives, and that's okay. Because
I mean, fully supportive of June, etc.
Yeah.
But like, you know, on my own initial read-throughs, that's not something that occurred to me. But other people were like, well, actually, my experiences.
Yeah. Because my thing about gender in Eva is that it has these extremely traditional ideas about gender in some ways, in terms of like women as like I think specifically centered around women, because I don't know if it really talks about men. I mean, in the same way as like. You could argue that, like, Kaji is something, but anyway, I'm getting off track. I was originally going to talk about the angels, because I feel like the angels are comparable to the existential threat in some ways, because it's going to be really hard to talk about this without spoiling.
Leku, I still haven't seen Evangelion, because this is a call-out post for my brother. Actually, this is partly my fault, too. But we said ages ago that we were going to watch Evangelion together. And we also said ages ago that we were going to watch Madoka Magica together. And that was, I think we were both still in high school. So, ha 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 ha.
Shinji being effeminate is definitely purposeful. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess I can see that. Gender, because... I kind of always, maybe this is my bias being somebody who, is perceived as effeminate but identifies in a more masculine way. Mm-hmm. It's more, to me, it read more as, like, Shinji, in his, like, he's, like, quote-unquote, failing to be a man in a way that, that doesn't mean he's a girl, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I could see it either. I could see it the other way too. Ava is not for moms and dads.
Wait. Oh.
Wow. I can't believe the sibling drama that's happening in chat right now.
Yeah, the context for watching it with our parents. We watch a lot of shows just like as a family, but anime is sometimes in that mix. And yeah, I guess Eva is not for moms and dads.
There's too many boobies.
I mean, talk about my parents' taste in media another time. We're getting extremely off topic.
The angels, the existential threat. Something, that which is alien can only be human. Something, get in the robot. It's extremely Freudian.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of symbolism, which, like, okay, I'll keep it short. But what I was gonna say is that, like, I feel like my dad would actually enjoy that, and I think he actually has seen at least some of it.
There's also
Oh yeah, there it is. I was like, I don't want to call you out like this, but yeah, I watched it in theater in high school.
Yeah, well,
is it that bad?
If Ava 2.2 is that if that's referring to the movie,
yeah, then
the first like 10 minutes of that movie, I shan't say. The rebuild, yeah. No, but there is like a scene, this caught me off guard, and I was like, thank God my mom isn't in the apartment, because there is like, it's not pornographic, but there is like sex.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like sex sounds in that one scene.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
I mean, I can see how that would be mortifying if you went to see this in a theater with him.
Oh, that was in like the show,
high school,
not in the movie. I'm talking about like
okay.
This is an episode.
Yeah,
because
otherwise,
no.
you know, I've probably watched more awkward things with my parents, so we get like jump scared by a graphic sex scene, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my snack. Like, we're all adults here. We can all just never talk to each other about this ever again. All right. Did you reach your intended thesis through all of that meandering?
I don't know if I had a thesis other than there's comparisons to be drawn and kind of gesturing towards those comparisons because we can't talk about anything in depth because of spoilers. What are you doing?
You're
What about it? You weirdo. I thought maybe there was like something on me or
not a thing. It just looks a little pink.
Yeah, they get infected
There's
sometimes.
a spot. Oh, that's not like you're piercing. It's like.
Oh, well then I don't know. I'm sure that our wonderful listeners want to hear all about my ear in great detail.
Well, you asked me what I was doing.
Oh, thanks, Briska.
Sorry, my phone's right under the mic. That definitely got picked up. That notification was... Oh, wait. I think... Yeah, that did go off on time. It just hit my phone late because of things. Anyway, that was the notification that I've started streaming.
Okay, hold on. I want to clarify something because the rebuild... I'm not sure I know what the rebuild is. Because so I watched all of the anime, and then I watched the end of Evangelion, which is the movie. I've heard some things about the rebuild, but I don't know what it is referring to if it's not either of those things. Can I get clarification in chat? Chat, please.
Please.
Please. I gotta know.
Alright. While clarification is coming in, you want to read this fucking report that's being received?
Sure.
Receiving report. Provisional acceptance of pilot mission complete. Provisional acceptance of pilot mission completion. Incoming alert. All Memorial Foundation troops. Abandon Ares frontline. All units immediately rendezvous with main fleet at the Pilot Academy Lagrange colony on the way to Celestial Mechanics moon base. Generating new assignments. Provisional assignment. Special Operations Mission. Secure Lagrange colony as possible launch point for Celestial Mechanics hit and run tactics. Provisional assignment. Special Operations Mission. Destruction of obsolete Academy research technology before it falls into the hands of Cardel Graces. Provisional assignments will reduce your penalty status. Indicate you have understood new orders.
Yeah.
Ready for gravitational catapult. Prepare launch, shield range, 0.5.
Okay, so the clarification reads thus. The rebuilds are movies that start out similar but start diverging at the second one. The first one is essentially a recap of the first 8-ish episodes. Okay, I will look up a list of them later so that I can figure out how to watch them. I had to double check to make sure I wasn't misremembering, but the Japanese VA for Shinji, Megumi Ogata, is also non-binary. Neat! Shinji, not cis confirmed.
Yes.
Shinji not cis confirmed! Shinji getting the robot. The robot is societal expectations of gender and sexuality. Shinji's like, no, I can't. Not again.
I mean, again, we all know this. I haven't seen Ava, but I feel like that's you could write a whole essay about that.
You could write so many essays about so many things in Evangelion.
Oh, yeah, but, like, that's, like, you could just verbatim, that could be a thesis.
Yeah.
I think, from what I've seen and heard.
The robot. I don't know. Well, the robot is societal expectations. The robot is about making your dad happy. Asuka. The original Vriska. the blueprint.
I heard things about,
Yeah, everybody's always like, Asuka sucks, I hate Asuka, and I'm like, you just can't handle well-written female characters, I guess. Go away, she's literally 14. 14-year-olds act like that, I don't know what else to tell you. Who says this about Asuka? Baka Anta. Who said... I don't know where you've been on the internet, brother, but... Are you gonna fight the Asuka haters? Are you an Asuka stan? Okay, what's next? Mail and alerts. Next is sleepy time, go to bed.
That was a yawn. I'm fine, but we might...
I yawned, but I'm okay.
Oh, yeah, we both have to get up at kind of a stupid early time tomorrow because...
So when we wrap it up, we're going to wrap it up nice and neat and tight, and we're not going to ramble on for ages, and we're just going to sign off, and that's going to be that. I'm putting my foot down right here, right now.
Well, what I was gonna say is, if we hit a point where we're questioning whether or not, following the next story would bring us overtime, then we would rather end early than go overtime. Because normally it's like, this might bring us a little over, but let's do it. But like, we have to get up at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. So
Gonna start putting Asuka did nothing wrong on pictures of Vriska. Well, you see, I'm trying to think of a thing that Asuka did wrong. She's definitely, like, abrasive and impulsive and makes some decisions based on her ego rather than what's, like, best for everybody. But, like, who among us has not been a little selfish from time to time? Mm-hmm. I get that it's a little bit more serious when you're piloting a robot as tall as a skyscraper, trying to defend humanity against an existential threat. But I don't know that I'm going to boldly claim that Asuka did nothing wrong, but maybe I'll say it quietly. I think she's fine. Maybe she shouldn't have been hitting on Kaji, but again, that's a 14-year-old girl impulse to seek approval.
With Kaji being like an adult male character.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a very 14-year-old thing to not recognize.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything wrong with that situation.
Shinji disagrees. You know what? We can argue about this.
Yeah. Let's. Meeting adjourned. End of Evangelion.
Yeah.
End of Evangelion.
Intermission.
Sidebar.
Yep.
Thank you for participating in the TED Talk. Okay.
Secular Astrology Explained, Part 2. Hold on, I want to read this one.
Yeah, Pilot Mars. You gotta get Mars voice.
Oh, okay. I only did this because you asked, okay? I warned you, this is dorky stuff. The ancient roots of it are pretty dubious, in case you were wondering. I think most of it is just made up. I mean, yes, I know that it's all made up, but not even made up by some wise man 1,000 years ago. It's just made up by some dude in California. Anyways, what the dude from California does is he organizes the parts of the body into the parts of the mind and the spirit, and he says that what you should do is think about your body not as a body, but as a tool for relating to other people. I know that they draw them on the body, but it's like, don't think of them as your actual body parts. It's the way that you communicate. So this chart might help. I think the point of it, in a way, is to remember that these are all parts of you, but also parts of other people, and you have ways of communication between each other using them. Huh? Remember, these are all parts of you, and also parts of other people, and you have ways of communication between each other using them. Okay. People always ask me for their charts because they want to be flattered about what they're good at, but that's not the point. You need to know where you have trouble, too. I looked at mine so much right before we broke up, you know? Like it did any good, but you know, I'm so weak when it comes to Venus. That's the distance of breath, which means ability to read the atmosphere and talking, and the way we communicate through breath. When you're bad at Venus, that doesn't mean you're bad with words, but you're bad at receiving words. You don't hear them, or you don't feed other people the words they need to live. Well, according to your chart, you're bad at that too. So, I hope it helps. Intriguing.
So, no doubts, Asuka has her own version of race wars.
And if Evangelion, you are not continuing the conversation. Oh, that's a different... Oh, I forgot to bring my meds. Oh, well. It's fine. I'll live. You are not to continue the conversation. Mara showing off how she's such a good girl and good student for Pluto by info dumping at Luna-Terra. Shinji and Asuka are the same person, basically. And Ray. The end. Love Mars' secular astrology emails. Yeah. The idea of secular astrology is hilarious to me. Like, putting those two words together.
Yeah. Truly.
That's me. I'm a secular astrologist.
Secular tarot card reader.
Well, no, that stuff is real. To me.
I know this of you.
And you love me anyway.
I do.
Atheist.
And? What other?
Now believe in something real and true, or whatever, however the saying goes.
Something true and beautiful.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck. I'm a fucking, bleeding heart, hippier, whatever. Power of love, etc.
Power of love, not God.
Yeah. Power of people.
Yeah.
And people and their choices.
You want me to let you in on a secret?
What?
It's the same thing. That's God, baby. It's just reflavored.
In some belief systems, yes.
Sure. They are in a world where belief affects reality, right?
These guys?
I mean, collective belief, yeah.
I'm just thinking about Mob Psycho, because we just finished watching an episode of the Divine Tree arc.
Oh, yeah. Brainwashing.
In which that is true, because it's the power of belief that gives
the divine tree its power.
No spoilers for Mob Psycho season 3.
Sorry, I'm thinking about Teruki Hanazawa.
Yeah.
The divine broccoli.
The divine broccoli. I would eat that shit right up. I enjoy broccoli.
Human consensus demonstrably alters reality, so a few too many people believed in astrology, and now it's real forever.
I like the wording of that.
Yes.
Human consensus demonstrably alters reality.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain capital C culture. Well, damn.
Alright, what are these fuckers up to?
Second generation pilot program declassified. Author pilot assessment reports. Halamede annual report.
Nix in Europa. You want to read for Nix?
Sure. She's not coming out of her room. Refuses to pilot it. Figures the most well-behaved of all Generation 2 pilots would have a tantrum like a storm when it finally came.
We were just talking about Evangelion and not getting in the fucking robot.
Halamede, get in the robot!
Do you expect me to know what to do about it?
Yes.
It's really your problem, though, isn't it?
Don't start. I am begging.
Fine, fine. What's the big problem, then? She'll get over it. Is she upset about her sister?
Of course she is, but not for the reason I thought.
What did you think?
That she missed her.
Hilarious. And what's the actual reason?
She won't accept a hand-me-down.
The Losilchi? She won't pilot it? She won't pilot the perfect second-generation machine because it was made for her sister?
She wants her own machine made. She's ridiculous. She said it would be fine if she died, but if it's just because she flaked out and got bored with space and left her problem in Halamede's lap, she won't do it. Are siblings really this petty and mean? Stop laughing and help.
Mm-hmm.
Only child Nix. She does not get it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Siblings. Thinking about Mob Psycho
Again. Yeah.
I had a really good thought about sibling relationships in media recently, but I can't remember how it went. It's unfortunate.
Oh, hey, Splatoon USNA just posted to Tumblr what the new Salmon Run items are going to be in the next season. Anyway, I'll look at that later. Sizzle season, let's go. It's probably, all signs are pointing to it being the very last seasonal update for Splatoon 3. Because I always said from the beginning, see, this is a rant I haven't had yet on here. They always said from the beginning that there was going to be 2 years of seasonal updates. So that would mean that this next season is the last one. All indicators are pointing to yes, because with this next seasonal update that they've announced, every single weapon in the game will have 2 kits. Every single one. Plus, the 2 new weapons that they're adding in this season, they're adding their second kits in at the same time, which they have never done before. So, I think this really is it. And, like, who knows how long they'll continue doing balance patches, because that's a whole other thing. But I think this is the last seasonal update with, like, we'll probably see, you know, they announced a, like, Summer Nights special Splatfest, but, like, there's probably going to be, like, a Final Fest coming up in, like, August or something. They'll probably they've announced a really big, like, they're literally calling it Big Run, which, like, I don't know. Nintendo's been lacking some originality in the Salmon Run department for a bit. But
really big run.
Yeah, anyway. Big run they announced. So, like, that's probably going to be the last big run. And oh man, the patch notes came out yesterday.
Oh, that's so riveting. The patch notes. Tell me more about the patch notes.
I fucking will, you sarcastic asshole. They made a bunch of weapons do 10% more damage to Splash Wall. And there's a whole bunch of maps where it's just like...
They were good patch notes.
They were good patch notes. A whole bunch of maps where they're just like adjusted terrain. And it's like, what the fuck does adjusted terrain mean?
I'll adjust your terrain.
I will adjust the terrain of your head.
I could say what I'm thinking in my head, but then we'd have to mark this stream 18 plus.
Shut the fuck up.
Can we get back to Heaven Will Be Mine?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Sorry, dear. You can talk about... Do you need to finish talking about the patch notes first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there were two...
Sizzle.
There were two maps that they had already announced on Twitter that they were doing, like, full renovations, like, adding new flank routes, hopefully. I should have looked harder at the... See, it's hard to interpret the fucking... They put, like, little blueprinty things to look at, but, you know... That they're, like, fully... So, if they announce those ones as, like, the big things, like, big changes, like, adding new platforms and all that, what the fuck does terrain changes mean? I think that it means that they're going to be adding more inkable walls, because that's been a massive movement problem on a lot of the maps in Splatoon 3 for a long time. I mean, the maps in Splatoon 3 has kind of been a problem since the beginning of the game. They're bad. Like, there's no other way to put it. They're just bad. A lot of them are, like, an active impediment to actually finishing the game because there's too many fucking choke points.
Sorry, my mind's still in the gutter. Hold on, let me cook. Fuck. No, never mind.
Yes, choke points, as in places where...
I understand what a choke point is.
Yeah, but... Okay.
I think Luna-Terra probably loves a good choke point. Hey! She ink on my walls until I choke point.
What? No, you gotta flip it backwards. You gotta flip it turn-ways.
She choke on my point till I ink on the wall.
Yeah.
She choke on my point till I big run.
Oh my god.
Ayo.
Anyway.
It's hot in here.
It is. Anyway. Alright, let's just fucking read this.
I think that's you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink of water.
Okay, me too.
Stop staring at me! Okay. Focus.
Squirtle. It's not actually a Squirtle, it's just a turtle, but I... Squirtle! She... no, never mind.
No, we have to stop.
We have to stop.
We have to fucking stop. This is fucking take over. Okay. Oh, that one's cute too.
Yeah. He goes, blam.
Shiny Squirtle. Oh, there's a Blastoise.
Blastoise!
I know some Pokemon.
Heyo.
Ayo.
I can do the
I'm
Pokerat.
so sad at Anime North I wasn't able to find any more of those little Pokemon figures. What are they called? Brother, you like Pokemon Kids or Kids Pokemon or whatever?
Wartortle,
I-
Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Omanite, Slowpoke, Pidgeot, Arbok. That's all, folks.
That's
Gotta
all,
catch 'em all.
folks.
Gotta catch them all.
So, yeah, but I've talked about this on stream before. How I like to find the booths that have just huge bins of the little figures.
Carencio says, end distraction.
You know what? Yeah.
Read the line.
To conclude the distraction, I could not fucking find any of those bins this year, and I'm very sad about it. And the very few ones that I was able to find were overpriced and/or they look like shit. So I'm sad because I've been collecting one or two of those for a while. Every time I go to a convention. Okay. Sorry, I hope that wasn't loud in the microphone. End ending. That's me. I need to read now. Do we get along better or worse than back then?
Let's talk about something else.
Oh, is it really so bad these days?
We don't get along because we're too much like each other.
We used to be so different. What happened?
I got older and learned a lot. That's enough to make me more like you.
You're not giving me enough credit.
Really? Do you think I'd blame you for being too good at teaching me the same lessons that made you who you are?
Well, I'd always hoped.
I'd blame you if I felt like it. There's nothing to blame you for. Nothing you warned me about turned out like you said, so I stopped paying attention to any of your advice. I thought I was too smart for the rest, so it's just a coincidence we ended up like each other. I never minded your lessons.
Are you sure? I was a harsh teacher. Are you really glad for it?
I'm happy for everything I learned. Not for everything you taught me. I mean, it wasn't like you were wrong. Everything you said would happen, happened. But none of it happened like you said it would. If I followed your advice to the letter, it wouldn't have helped me at all. It was all just different enough. So I came up with my own answers. It wasn't until I looked back on them that I realized it was exactly what you would have done.
Fair, I suppose.
I have thoughts about that.
I should count that as success for me. But also, due to your effort, for you. That's just what I wanted, though. I certainly never wanted a carbon copy of myself. I wanted you to improve on what you'd been handed.
Did you think you did a good job?
Shouldn't you be asking yourself that question, since you're the one in charge of the education?
I was afraid you'd say that.
Don't come to me for answers now of all times.
Well, at least there's plenty of time left for me to turn out right in the end. Sorry.
So what was that part that you wanted to come back to? This is scrolling really slowly. Right. I'm happy for everything I learned, not for everything you taught me. Wasn't like you were wrong. Everything you said would happen, but none of it happened like you said it would. If I followed your advice to the letter, it wouldn't have helped me at all. It was all just different enough. So I came up with my own answers. It wasn't until I looked back I realized it was exactly what you would have done.
Something generational divides, and I can see this as being like your parents trying to prepare you for problems that they never had. Is like, you know, children of the modern age of technology, and your parents going on and on about all of these things that they had to deal with that they think you're gonna have to deal with, and you don't really. Or things are like that, but just slightly to the left, or things have progressed, and like the parental urge to pass along knowledge, and try to direct those younger than you without fully comprehending the situations that they're actually in, and then the perspective of the child of like taking in that advice, but it not actually being applicable to the situations, and so finding your own solutions. And I think it's interesting that Luna-Terra is saying like, we're very similar, and it's not because I followed your advice, it just happened that way. Because obviously this is meant to be like a pseudo familial, like parent-child relationship. I think there's a parallel being drawn there.
Well, because
or like a mentor. Europa's like a mentor figure.
Yeah, Europa was Luna-Terra's like teacher at the thing, right?
Yeah. But their relationship is clearly like closer than like a general teacher. This is more of like a mentor, like tutor relationship rather than like a kid in a classroom.
Yeah, and well, because like there's that part of it, and then there's like whatever other romantic entanglement type stuff is somehow also involved in all of this.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's like, well, hold on. Because Europa is Halamede's aunt? Is that what we saw?
Maybe?
Yeah, because there was something about... Because Europa was like... I think it's hilarious that the two of you hooked up to try and get at me somehow. Mm-hmm. Which... She is, yes. Okay, yeah. So it's a complex web of dynamics. But what was I saying? Something the parallel between like the parent-child or mother-daughter specifically. Parallel being drawn of like, oh my god, I turned out like you kind of thing. Let me pull up the Hallie quote about their relationship real quick. Okay. I don't know if my thought goes any farther than that. I just thought that was interesting and wanted to point that out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, that is good. It's a good discussion.
I've been thinking lately, but this is not relevant to anything. It's just me ruminating on myself. But I was thinking earlier about how even though here's some lore about me, even though I spent more time with my mother and like of my parents, and I've spent the majority of my life being raised by her and living with her, I feel like I am more similar to my dad in a lot of ways, and I find that interesting.
Nature versus nurture.
Yeah, I guess. Because I think, so in that way, like, I think my mom and I have a lot of the same values because she raised me, and so I modeled my values after her. Mm-hmm. But then there are some, like, quirks of personality or... you know what? Actually, I just solved it. It's because my dad and I are both Libras.
Oh my fucking god.
I just pissed Cam off to the max.
Oh, you were so close.
Close to what?
Genuine realization.
Of what? I'm like my dad. Yeah.
I did notice that too. I mean, I have met this man like once.
Yeah.
But
there's just something about like the way that we talk or the way that we it's interesting because like how much of that is unconscious modeling and how much of that is like DNA. Mm-hmm. How deeply do the genes grip you?
One thing I noticed when the two of you were standing next to each other talking, I was like, oh, like you're built like your dad. Like,
really?
Physical build.
That's interesting.
I looked at the two of you standing next to each other and I was like, huh.
I'm just like a slightly shrunken version of my dad.
I guess a little bit, but not like too much shrunken, so to speak.
Well, he's still taller than me, but...
Oh, yeah, not by much though.
Yeah. Well, that is one I wish I had my mom's height. Anyway, the weird, complicated grooming, mentorship, passing butchness down thing they have going on is just so good. Interesting. Mm. Is it BDSM? Is it genuine care? Is it manipulation? Yes, and separating these things is impossible.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Mm-hmm. What are those eyes for, Corencio? Put those away.
All right, we got 2 choices here.
Wait, before we move on, do you think you're more like your mom or your dad?
In which ways?
Well, that in itself, I think, is an answer.
Yeah, my entire life, I've gotten, oh, you look just like your mother.
Sure.
So, like, physically, for sure, especially as a child. And it's true, I look at pictures of my mom when she was a child, and I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
Well, that's true of me, actually, too, about my mom. Like, if you saw a picture of me as a child and my mom of about the same age, you might think that it was the same person. Like, but And then but I think it's when I cut my hair short, now I look like my dad, because my dad has curly hair and I've got the curly hair. So the short curly hair looks more like him.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm a mixed bag, I guess.
Mixed bag? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can see what's been grabbed from either side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I do feel like I have a more, like, general lean. Although maybe it's harder to tell from an internal perspective. I'm sure there's things that you've noticed in ways in which my mother and I are similar. And you're thinking you both don't fucking clean up after each other yourself. Is that what you're thinking?
I mean, that's just the most obvious surface level thing because it irritates me. We have different ideas of what clean means sometimes. But we're adults who know how to talk to each other.
And we don't have to air it out live on
we
stream.
We don't have to. Yeah.
Our domestic disputes. Domestic court.
God.
Chat decide who's right and who's wrong.
We've lived together for extended periods of time before and had only, like, relatively minimal issues with that, though.
Yeah.
We
cohabitation kings? Question mark. Cohabitation monarchs.
The dog wins. What about the dog? Oh, there's my boy.
The dog always wins.
Yeah,
Woof.
he's sleeping in the hall right now.
Oh, wait, that's actually him as an emote. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Was that not there last time that you were here?
Woof. It probably was. I just don't remember things.
That's true. Yeah. So we're at crossroads again. We have two choices of which one to read first.
Poll time?
It is. So, okay, I'll set up the poll, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to say we will take 5 after this just because it's about time to take 5. And also, I forgot when I got back upstairs to set another timer for us to go flip it's a fucking comforter in the laundry machine. So halfway through the dry cycle, we need to take it out and, like, flip it around and then put it back in to make sure that the whole thing actually dries properly. And I forgot to set a timer. So we need to go do that. Laundry time part 2.
Part 2!
It's also just, like, time for taking 5. We're, like, way over for that. Hello? Yeah, okay.
I wonder if the mic picked that up.
Probably. Fellas. I'm tired and my brain's not working. There's gonna be typos and I'm not fixing them.
That's what you were trying to type? I, like, fully didn't even process what you
Okay.
Cardel's Garces.
The poll is up. You all know what the fuck the options are supposed to mean.
Heaven will be mine faction. Cardel's Garces.
I just, like, I can touch type, okay? But I was, like, trying to do it, and I kept hitting the keys backwards to how the order you're supposed to. This is also why I have been not reading things properly.
Cardling the Garce.
And just general incoherency and stumbling over words. I think my brain's turning off.
Imagine if Pluto went to the tattoo parlor shop to get a tattoo that said Cradle's Graces and it said Cardle's Garces. That's my new headcanon. That to me, that is true and real.
Okay, so
well, come on, we have to go do laundry.
The fucking winner's Cardle's Garces.
Cardle's Garces.
We're doing Pluto when we come back.
Woo!
So we're gonna take 5. And I promise it'll actually be 5 minutes this time, because I know that, like, every single fucking stream that Katzen does with me, we say, it's time to take 5 minutes, and then the timer goes off, and we're still not back for another 10 minutes.
It's because we're snacking!
We're time limited today, because we want to, like, actually fucking end at a decent time. We're already gonna get probably not enough sleep. So,
Woohoo!
woohoo! Okay, we'll be back in 5.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was not quick enough on the draw on that one. I did not end the track before the next one started. That was rough. That was, Cam is still not back. Waiting for Cam. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Balone. How are you? Quick, let's talk about all the Ava spoilers. While Cam's not here. Oh, but yeah, you guys can't say anything because they'll see the spoilers when they get back. It's unfortunate. The dog came and visited me. That was nice. But then he got scared by the spinny chair and he left. Dogs. I have... Woof. I got that dog in me. I like dogs. I see lots of dogs. I saw a very cute puppy the other day. It was a German Shepherd puppy, 4 months old. It was so little and floppy. Very soft and good. So that was nice. Like puppies. Have you noticed that he still smells incredible? I don't go out of my way to sniff him, but maybe I should. Maybe I will. What?
What are we sniffing?
The dog.
Oh. Yeah, my dog has good dog smell.
I'm glad that that's consensus. Yeah, so brother said, have you noticed that he still smells incredible? No bath yet, but I got him to play in the hose. And I said, no, I haven't gone out of my way to sniff him.
Yeah.
Which is when you walked in and said, without knowing that brother had said that the dog smells good, said that you also think that he smells good, which I found amusing, which is why I laughed.
Well, I also
and now we're all caught up.
I also know that he's of that opinion. Ooh. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up on the rest of chat.
You can also just, like, scroll.
Oh, yeah, it's on the screen.
Oh, right. Cardel Garces wins. She gets the Cradle's Graces logo tattooed, but it's feet instead of hands. Cardel Garces. Carded Garçon when young Mercury forgets his ID. Bro still gets carded, let's be honest. Girdle's curses. Yeah.
Hell of a thing to walk in
And
on.
now you're all caught up.
Yeah. I'm not surprised I walked in on something weird, though. Because that's how you are as a person.
No comment. I will neither confirm nor deny. Let's do Carlos Garces. Which one is that?
Never gonna fucking let that down. But memories still stir in the observatory. Will it be put to rest or buried forever? Garden district, closest to the malfunctioning bring tidal reactor that keeps the colony together. Time and space aren't quite right. Perfect place for a real fight. How deep under Luna-Terra skin do you think she could get? Aw, man. Neither of these give any indication of what the fuck they are.
I mean, Garden District sounds like it would be Cradle's Graces. The tidal reactor.
Mm-hmm.
For a real fight.
Oh, look at me as Pluto. I'm trusting you on this one.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
all right, let's do it.
Y'all know what you're talking about.
You're quiet, Europa. What's up?
Is that unusual?
Sometimes, but you said I have a briefing for you 5 minutes ago.
Seems I'd lost track of time again. Oh my god, that reminds me. We went downstairs and Katzen had to remind me like 2 or 3 times that we were supposed to be getting the fucking laundry. Which is especially funny because it's usually the other way around.
I'm just on top of it tonight, I guess.
I'm really not. But don't you already know what the mission is?
Close the lens and prevent Cradle's Graces from opening it further.
For the purpose of?
Who knows? A moral foundation on the ground wants it done. It was the observation device for existential threats, but in the end, we never knew if what we were seeing was what was. But in the end, we never knew if what we were seeing was what there was, or if we, the observers, were just seeing what we wanted to see. Then it became clear that celestial mechanics had been pushing development in the direction of things that they did not themselves understand. We chose to destroy the colony.
Later works of the space colony era show signs of an art and design movement potentially hazardous and implicitly treacherous to the human race.
Interesting. An art and design movement. I think that's interesting, because I think the real life equivalent or whatever might be like military mobilization. Like there's a group of dangerous radicals or whatever. Whereas this is art and design is what is I think that's how we're meant to read the parallel. It's like there's this group that is hazardous and treacherous and blah, blah, blah. But it's art and design. I like that.
But very lovely. I wish we hadn't caught on so quick. Memorial Foundation on Earth would be loath to admit it, but it's possible it did and does, in fact, work in one or more ways. Casts it all in a new light, doesn't it?
I didn't expect you to feel so nostalgic.
I have some happy memories of the Academy, don't you?
Yeah. Some. But I'd rather move forward in any way at all than keep dwelling.
That's always a virtue, if you have learned from it.
Europa not being a good little neolib.
And you're not just trying to forget.
Keep your advice to the mission, and not me.
Well, I only have an interest in the success of one of those 2 things. So, where Cradle's Grace is ending again. 'Cause that's how we're doing it for this run. Yeah, that one. The sort of fight you don't need a robot for.
Interesting. The observatory's lens, a single eye staring into space, threatening to blink. From the Academy Gardens, every pilot remembers watching the observatory twitch as it focused on some light years away point, searching. Cardel Geeses. A reminder for the battle. That has to be the title of the stream.
I know, I was fucking thinking about it, and I was like, God, I'm gonna have to use this on fucking YouTube. It's complete fucking nonsense. Gonna haunt
Cardell's
me.
Garces.
This is gonna fucking haunt me for the rest of these streams and
You're welcome!
further. What do you mean you're welcome? I fucking did this to myself.
I know, but I'm not gonna let you live it down. You love me. Alright. A reminder for the battle for Earth that they were eternally preparing for, not unsettling, but always foreboding. A 0 pointed at nowhere. Neither Luna-Terra nor Pluto remembers who first called it that. Now, in the trembling of the colony's collapsing gravity well, this deck of the wrecked colony where Luna-Terra and Pluto meet seems like a moment frozen in time, eternally receding, growing always distant, yet never fading. Oh, we got a redemption from Leku.
Done.
That's not even the correct version of the typo.
What?
Because it was CARDEL''S. But this is also acceptable. This is also funny. This is what Leku wrote. So it's up to Leku, I guess, if we want to keep it like that or if we want to alter it. Wow.
Okay. I knew I'd find you here. I knew it would feel like this.
Go to the OG spelling, I forgot.
What even?
It was exactly how I said it. I said it right. Cardel Garces. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Oh, that's not the right window.
That is not the right
Why
window.
is that even open?
I don't know. There we go.
But I'm still here.
I have orders.
I know, dummy. They tell me everything, too. You wouldn't have come if you weren't ordered.
I don't know why everyone is expecting I'll be bitter about coming back. I'm not. There's good and bad memories. That's fine. That's fair. I'm older now, and it's that much sweeter thinking about the past from here. It's there, and I'm here. I wouldn't go back. Would you? I like being an adult. I don't mind being the aging ace. I don't need to be a glittering hero. We fought so hard against the existential threat during the Cold War. Whatever they were, trick of the light or not, we did good fighting them. We tried our best. That's the practice kids need. Now we're grown up and can see our own futures and mess them up if we want. I'm way happier to fight now. Fighting has a different meaning now. No matter how bad I am at being alive, I like it now.
You're really grown up now. I kinda hate it. I miss pushing you around and when you'd go along with me.
Me too.
You still have a hard time making a decision that's good for you all by yourself, though.
That's why I asked for orders to come here.
That's so roundabout. I can't tell if that's a step forward or back.
I think it would be worse if anyone else shut the observation gate, so I thought it would really have to be me.
A zero pointed nowhere. Do you remember who said that?
It's better than the actual name. I don't remember who said it, but I always think of it.
I don't remember either.
Do we have to do this?
You're the one who's here to do it.
It could be really easy.
You're the one forcing my hand.
Closing it is just a formality. It already is broken, and it never worked in the first place.
Then why were you ordered to do it? The fact that you're here means I have to be here. They want any possibility closed. Every possibility closed. That's not harmony. These futures should get to live, even if they never come to pass. If trying to make worlds in space is naive, cutting the native sphere off from the universe is just as naive. It's so pathetic and sad. It's even more pointless and sad than human beings fighting each other for no reason. I can't bear it. I won't let it happen.
I changed my mind. Let's fight. I'd rather fight than keep talking like this.
We're fighting now. This is the sort of fight ship cells were made for. Say something.
I can't. I have nothing. Let's fight like we're supposed to.
I won't.
Don't make me talk. Don't make me fight with you. Don't make me kill your dream. Stop having this dream. Give up on space like the rest of the human race has. Let me close the iris of the observatory. It's because I wanted so much to see what that eye was supposed to see that I can't let you keep looking. That I can't keep looking. That I don't want us to be tortured by that possibility anymore. That we can't lose you.
I can feel how scared you are, and how brave, and how much you love. But I'm so mad at you Why can't you believe like you did before?
They brought us up with good intentions and did everything they could. They really did. They really thought we could be better than who we were, the best kind of human beings there could be. They worked us very hard, but they fought for us to be exactly what we wanted to be, because that was human too. Even when it was hard or didn't make sense, they found a way. Even the awful ones really believed. One humanity, every story threaded together, no one left behind. It would be really possible to fix the universe and let humans live forever in space. Childish dreams that everyone wishes could be true. All without understanding such simple things. I wonder how they expected they could unite humanity against aliens when they found us so alien. We will always be our own existential threat. Every human understood that but them. No wonder Earth rejected us. The observation deck sees nothing because the threat is on the other side. We are each other's alien.
It was flawed, and it wasn't real, but they weren't that stupid. You know they weren't. The whole point was it wasn't real yet, and it could be. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make it real.
And now they don't anymore.
Do you? I mean, really, do you want to go home too? Why can't you just say yes? I wouldn't mind if you actually wanted it. I'd go with you if you wanted it, but I'm not coming with you if you don't. I'll still fight.
Thank you. I'm hoping that you win, but if you can't, I will promise this. I won't bring us back to Earth empty-handed. I'll do that if I die.
The iris shifts. It still moves somehow, attuned to possibility. Mercuricium is looking fit to kill if it wasn't trembling.
This colony is a place of unsteady gravity. You're not on sure footing here.
I'm back to being helpless again, like I used to be. You can stop me any time. Prove you're ready to close this eye.
I can't. I can't! I don't accept it, but that doesn't mean I won't do it. I don't care if you'll love me one way or the other. It's too much. Space is broken, but I don't want to leave. Earth is terrifying, but I can't go back there alone. I have no loyalty either way. I'm not strong like you. I just go where gravity takes me. You can hold everyone, but what do I do if I lose you? Your heart is full of everyone, but I can't watch you fight for the universe knowing how little you're thinking of yourself in it. Of course I don't know what to do when fighting for you and fighting your dream are such different things. There's too much to do. Of course I don't know what to do. I don't know what you want me to do.
Luna. God, I can't remember the last time you cried. Oh no, I can. It was when you said you hated it here in space, and I told you you should go back and I'll come with you. Those were such hard days, and you didn't want to keep fighting. But when I said that, you started crying, and I couldn't understand why. It seemed so simple a solution, and everything you wanted, and I got so mad. Then you told me that you didn't want to leave if it meant me giving anything up. You didn't want to give anyone else up either. I wasn't expecting it at all. I'm so used to knowing what's on your mind, what's on everyone's mind. I didn't think you could keep something so locked away and hidden. No matter how far my tides can reach, there's some places I can't ever know until you tell me. It was the first time I felt frustrated by that. I'm most angry at you when I can't do what you want, but I guess that's how you feel about me. And how I feel about you. Oh, baby, you're crying again. I can't let you win, but we'll be together in the until the end, and after.
I love how Luna-Terra has effectively committed herself to tragedy. She expects the bad end, and all her own effort is focused on making sure it's the least bad iteration of itself that everyone can get. Luna-Terra acting so cold and distant, but caring so damn deeply about everyone and being terrified what might happen to them, notably what might happen to her. Yeah, I think there is something to that. I think the the sort of like the self-destructive impulse of it's gonna be bad anyway, so I will try to minimize the damage to everyone else by taking it all onto me or something. I liked what she said about being an adult and moving away from the past and the observatory and like the eye of possibilities. I like that conversation. That was interesting to me because it's again, we're talking in like metaphysics and the weird physics of this world, with like the eye searching for existential threats and Pluto talking about how closing the eye is closing off different possibilities, and how those possibilities should still get to exist. I found that all very interesting. I don't think I have anything cohesive about that, but siding with the neolibs for harm reduction even. And yet desperately hoping that Pluto or even Saturn can make the better option really truly work. But if not, Luna-Terra will make sure everyone gets home safe. Yeah. Sort of like not trusting herself to be able to do the right thing, and sort of putting that kind of selfishly, but I do see what you're saying about how it is like she wants to do right by other people, but like kind of selfishly putting the onus of ideology and fighting the status quo onto other people because she doesn't think she's capable of it, or like thinks that like she's not able to do it, or some other reason, but or like even if her like she does sincerely just want to be a safety net. I think that is very interesting. That she'd rather be the safety net than like actually try to fight for the thing that she believes, if she believes it.
I like them when they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Uh-huh.
I'm not having a lot of deep thoughts because of energy levels, but hopefully I can ruminate and bring deep thoughts to the next Heaven Will Be Mine stream.
It is worth remembering from the other version of this that you played, Luna-T goes back to Memorial Foundation while Pluto stays with Cradle's Graces was actually mostly Pluto's idea.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Depth.
We should start our wind down now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're not doing mail alerts and comms right now. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just bapped you. Because it's 3 minutes to time anyway, so it looks like we're not really ending early. We're ending on time for once.
Deep space thoughts.
Deep space house.
Deep space.
You know those YouTube mixes?
No.
Maybe that's just me. I had a really weird art teacher in high school.
That's related, I presume?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Wow, we only got one choice left. What is up with that? Do we have to fix that? Or is that...
Fix what?
That's...
We're just looking at our notes. That's Deeper Cuts, which is the second one here.
Oh, I understand.
And then we have the last...
Gotcha.
So we have 3 more of... I'm going to guess that this is going to take us 2 more streams to finish Heaven Will Be Mine.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Because we have 3 more of, like, these things. And then, we'll get the wrong ending, and then we have to go back and do a speed run to get the... It's a Celestial Mechanics ending we're going to end up missing, right? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't get Celestial Mechanics ending with Saturn. We got Cradle's Graces ending with Saturn. And I think we're about to get the Cradle's Graces ending again. With... Right, yeah, because we got the Memorial Foundations ending with Pluto. And we're about to get the Cradle's Graces ending with Luna-Terra, but we need the Celestial Mechanics ending, not the Cradle's Graces. So we're going to have to do a speed run to get that ending once we finish the rest of the Luna-Terra stuff. So.
Yippee.
Youpie.
Youpie.
Where's that from? Is that from something, or is that just like a weird niche
I have
me
no
thing? Yoshi. That's Mario.
Wahoo!
It's like,
all right then.
Yoshi. Sitting and waiting because I know it's coming. I know like there's like a whole routine that comes along with.
I'm Animal Crossing. Good noises. Are they? Are they really?
All right. Time for a swift closure. Right, Katzen?
Yes. See,
on your insistence?
See, my plan worked. If I simply annoyed you enough that you wanted to end stream on the spot.
That was not a deliberate plan.
You don't know that.
Well, I'm intuiting
Mm-hmm.
that it was not a deliberate plan.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
I'm
Say that again.
too fucking tired to make words right now.
Just make noises.
Well, I'm gonna make noises that sound like words.
Okay. I'll take it.
Monday, Homestuck Beyond Canon. The latest update. It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah, get ready, Jake likers. Carcat's massive tits are only incidental. This one's for the Jake likers. I could not answer that question if I tried my hardest, Crenzio. Yeah, past that point, oh god, yeah, I'm going for the orientation for my new position, my new job tomorrow, so, like, fingers crossed for, sleep to happen well.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get up early tomorrow. Oops. This was planned. We knew this and decided to fucking do it anyway.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
On this, whatever the fuck all that was.
It was fun. I had fun.
I also had fun. It was a little all over the place, though.
Chaos is...
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're usually a little all over the place, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt more so today, I think, because I, in particular, I'm more off-kilter than usual. Anyway, thank you for wishes of good luck and good sleep and all of such. Have a great weekend, and I hope I'll be seeing y'all back on Monday for more Beyond Canon.
Woo!
Good night.
Good night!